Never tell your family your plans for the future. When people grow up in the same house, they think they're within the same four walls, and they think that that's like one unit. So they don't get someone expanding past those walls. They just see what they see. So like my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my son, my daughter, my cousin, my aunt, my uncle, my grandma, my grandpa. They have this like one word label, and they think that's what it is. They think it's like the family, or like the family structure, the family unit. They don't understand the idea of billions of people don't care about that family. It's not even relevant to talk about when it comes to other issues. You know, if you have things going on within your own family, that's something for your own family to deal with. But when it comes to like you pursuing a goal or a business or an idea or doing something with your life, regardless of the family, outside of the family, their opinion doesn't matter, because it holds no weight. They just see things in a different light. They see things in a different context. They think that like if they raise a baby from birth to like 25, they think the 25-year-old goes into the world as like their family member or something. But they don't get that other people just see a 25-year-old person. That's all that people see. So you got to put out ideas to the world. You got to put in the work for things. You got to put your vision out there. You got to get people to believe in what you're talking about. You can't just go to your family and expect all this support when they're going to see things in a different light. Like they'll sit on like the couch and watch TV where other people's family members are on the TV, but because it's you, they don't get it. And the sooner you learn that, the sooner you're going to be successful at whatever it is that you want to do. And people have this mentality too, where like they think, oh well, like you weren't doing this yesterday, you didn't say that yesterday, so they think that like because you weren't doing it or saying it yesterday that it has no relevance. But it's like, you know, when I was a baby, I was shitting my diapers, and you know I get potty trained at some point. So at some point, I wasn't doing that yesterday, right? Like I wasn't using the toilet yesterday, but now that I'm a toddler and I'm potty trained, now I'm doing it. But people take that mentality into like adulthood. So it's like you could be like 26 years old, like I'm 26 now, so I could say, oh, I'm gonna take this pottery class. I want to start making my own pottery, and maybe put some online, start a business, like a little pottery business, do custom pottery for people that want to buy my stuff. And the family's just like, well, that's not a real job, or like, what's your backup plan, or like, but it's like you look in their house and they have potted plants, but they just bought it from like Walmart. They just bought it from a big chain. They just bought it from someone else's family member. They bought it from another person who was already doing that. Like the person could be 50 and they just met them and they're just like, oh, well, like this person just makes pottery. That's just like what they do. But like, but it's like, how do you know they weren't 26 thinking about it? Like they had to think about it. They had to get it in motion. They had to not be doing it at one point to do it at another point. So people just don't make sense. Their logic doesn't follow. And so don't let people's poor logic influence your life. It doesn't matter what the relationship is, family, friends, anything that you think is close. Take the word with caution. Just be a little cautious of what you're hearing and what people are telling you, because they just see it in their light. They just see it in the light that they see it. They don't understand like why you would have something they don't have or do something they don't do. Just like even the thing with pottery, like if I just made pottery today, that was just an example I just came up with now, but if I just like made pottery today and put it online, tried to start a business, if I'm doing that in like 5 years or something and that's my full-time job, people just wonder like, oh well, how come they're like at an office? Like why aren't they doing something creative? Like why didn't they think of that? Why didn't they see it sooner? And because their family, they already like predetermined your track or like your worth or like what you can do, but they don't understand that like another person can just be like, hey, like nice pot, like I like your work, like how much you charging? Like it's that simple. But people just don't see it because they think you're a part of those same four walls. So break out of those walls. Don't get fooled by labels and relationships. It's not going to be your family that sees it. It's going to be the stranger that sees the vision.